So then guys, one of the big features we always look forward to in a new iPhone is all of the camera features we're going to get in the next generation. And specifically today, I want to tell you about the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max camera upgrades we are going to get. But first of all, we've had some other leaks this week, including our exclusive first look of the iPhone 17 models that have been 3D printed. So yes, for the first time, someone has made 3D models of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because you know, you guys never saw it here first, did you? Somebody else has actually made these models, and yeah, let's say that a lot of articles out there are saying this is the first time we're seeing this. And you guys know, and I know, that this is not the first time you guys have seen this. I've actually made these models for a few weeks now, and it just seems like somebody else has just decided to do exactly the same thing, and they get all the applause, as it were. But the main thing is, you guys got the news here first, and that is definitely something to be aware of, and that's why we're going to continue on, because you know, we've already covered this subject already, so you know, no need to get all hyped up about it. So let's dive straight in then about the iPhone 17 Pro Max camera changes. So first of all, as we've talked about before, the main big change I would say to the iPhone 17 Pro Max is probably not actually the lenses itself, is the design we're going to get. So John Prosser was one of the first people to actually turn around and say, I confirm this is going to be the new design for it. Obviously, there has been other leakers out there who've actually decided to change sides, like you, Majin Buu, you decided to change sides. The design's going to look like this now, and then obviously make up some concepts and some renders out there to make them look like, say, this design right here. And obviously, this is now going to be the new design we're going to have for the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's going to be this kind of box design like we have in these renders here. But second of all, the other change we're going to get is to do with, say, the main telephoto main lens on the rear. So if you didn't know already, right now, we actually have a 48 megapixel wide camera sensor, and we also got introduced to a 48 megapixel ultra wide sensor back in 2024 for the first time for the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And this definitely has given out a lot of enhancements that we're getting far more crisper details now when we take that ultra wide sort of photo, and everything like, for example, nighttime photography and everything else like that is really cleared up in this area. But the only one sensor is still lacking a 48 megapixel is actually the main telephoto one. This is the one that allows you to do up to a 5x zoom capability optical, and then obviously you can push it up to 25 times zoom digital, but it looks like this is going to be upgraded to a 48 megapixel sensor. What is absolutely amazing to hear. One of the main big reasons why this is going to be great is because those photos are going to become even more clear again, what is really great news to hear. And with this, we do also have the potential now that Apple could even push out that digital zoom capability even further, what is really cool. So what Apple might intentionally do is, you know, with the current wide sensor right now, they have a setting for 1x zoom and then 2x zoom. Maybe they might do exactly the same thing where we have 5x zoom, and this could be pushed up to, say, 10x zoom and give you still the same quality of an optical camera out there. This is something what they may do, and then they may even push out that digital zoom capability, maybe up to, say, 50 times zoom, what is going to be really awesome to see when they bring this along to the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because potentially for me, I think this is the one sensor that needs a lot of love at the moment. So then guys, believe it or not, Casetify is one of the companies that first ever worked with me when I first started out on YouTube. But one of the big questions that you may be asking is, Casetify's quality really worth it? So just quickly now, I'm going to put this to the test with some of their cases. So first of all, I have Casetify's anti-yellowing clear case that we have right here. And Casetify promised that this will not change color over times, and you know, it cannot stain and things like this. So what I've decided to do is I've actually stuck my case right here in red wine, as you can see right here, and we're going to leave this for 15 hours and see if it will stay in the actual case. And we'll come back to that in just a moment. But other cases that Casetify have made way in the past, people were saying if you had, say, a case for an iPhone 14 or earlier, and if you use, say, disinfectant wipes because of like COVID and things like this, or had alcohol inside of those wipes, that the actual casing was starting to fall apart. The great thing is Casetify listened and invested into their R&D to improve the bonding structure. And this resulted in Casetify in raising the bar. The bonding structure between, say, the backplate and side bumpers is amazing. The amount of tests that Casetify have done to make sure that these cases are super strong now is phenomenal. And in fact, as you can see right here, with this case, if I try to stretch it out, I can't. This is so hard to do. It is a really, really strong case that Casetify make here. And not only this, Casetify also have great craftsmanship and also great customization. Like I've got my MTT logo on here, and I've also got it on some of my other cases and accessories too. Like this Bio Veg case that I have, and then you can also see you can get 2 different fonts on it, what's really cool. We've got the little red full stop here, and also you can do it on things like the wallet, what you can have as a MagSafe on the back of your case too. You can also pick from loads of different variations of the customizer on Casetify's website, including the dot font and also the new Skyline font too. And let's go back there now after 15 hours and have a look at this case. And that's about 15 hours now, and let's take it out and have a look, and wow, look at that, no stains whatsoever. So from my point of view, I think easily Casetify have passed, say, the quality kind of test. And in fact, if you actually want to get yourself a Casetify case right now, the great thing is Casetify have partnered up with me and offering you guys 15% off if you go to casetify.com/MacTalksTech, as you can see below right here. And with that, you can get 15% off your first purchase of a case, what is absolutely amazing. And with that, let's return back to the main video. Then after this, the next camera upgrade we've heard about is going to be going on the very front of the iPhone. And this is to do with the front-facing selfie camera, the one next to Face ID. Because right now, at the moment, we did actually get an upgrade to a 12 megapixel camera sensor inside of us when we got to the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. We got upgraded to a 12 megapixel camera inside of the dynamic island. But since then, we haven't had any upgrades to this camera at the front. So the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 16 models, all of them have had the same 12 megapixel camera inside of them. So, you know, there's been no changes there, but it definitely looks like for at least the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max, this is going to be upgraded to a 24 megapixel camera sensor. And this is going to be made up of a 6-element lens, what's going to be really, really great. So this will definitely help in nighttime photography, getting better light, also getting, say, the tone right on your face too, and also sharpening up the image, and obviously not going too sharp, because at the moment what I would say with the iPhone 16 Pro, and obviously the models before that, is that actually it's a little bit too soft, the camera sort of lens right now. So obviously, hopefully this will be a little bit more sharper, what we're going to get with the iPhone 17 Pro and also the iPhone 17 Pro Max. But really guys, that is all the camera upgrades we've heard about so far for the iPhone 17 models. To me, the one I'm most excited about is definitely that teleprism or that telephoto camera lens going up to 48 megapixel, because I think this is going to catch up with a lot of other people out there, especially the likes of, say, Samsung, for example, can even go up to all the way to 100 times zoom capability. It might not be the sharpest at range, but obviously we're way back at 25 times zoom, so to go even up to 50 times zoom, this is definitely going to help out here. But then moving on then, when are we likely going to get our hands on the iPhone 17, the 17 Air and also the 17 Pro models? Well, if we look back at recent history of the last few years from Apple, traditionally Apple have actually done an event, say in the early sort of teens of September time. And you know, in the past we've had dates like anywhere like the 10th, the 11th, 12th. We've even had a couple of days before that too. But generally speaking, this is the main sort of time that Apple likes to do an event for their new iPhones. We also may also get, say, the new Air AirPods Pro, the 3rd generation, Apple Watches too, but this is most likely when they're going to do the launch event. But to get our hands actually on the new iPhone 17 models, it's round about 10 days later to 2 weeks later when we're actually going to get hands on them. So we're talking sort of late sort of teens, or we're actually talking, say, early sort of 20s of September time when we can actually get our hands on the new iPhone 17 models, which is going to be really, really awesome because, to be honest, this is about 6 months away now. Now, the other thing you might be asking about, what about the price for the iPhone 17 models? What is going on here? Well, at the moment it looks like prices are going to remain exactly the same. So for example, the Pro models are going to start at $999 for the standard model with 128 gigabytes of storage inside of it. So this might be even up to 256 now for the standard one. But then there are the new sort of tariffs coming into play now. So this could alter things altogether. We're just going to have to see how those tariffs and other things are playing out on other Apple products that are going to come out between now and until then. But at the moment, it's probably going to say that right now, the prices are going to stay exactly the same unless sort of tariffs interfere, or if Apple decide to suck up and take away a bit of their profit to actually do this to retain the prices of the iPhone 17 Pro models. But do remember, depending on where you are in the world, it will affect the prices. So this does mean, obviously, if your currency is weaker to the US dollar, or it's better to the US dollars, it does affect the price. And obviously there's import fees and export fees and all of those sort of things. So yeah, it does actually reflect on how much you will pay depending on where you are in the world, because Apple at the end of the day want to make the same amount of profit for every iPhone, no matter where they sell it in the world. But with that then, guys, that is the latest and greatest on the iPhone 17 Pro models. Are you excited about this? Is this something that you want to get your hands on? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news and reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.